everyone. So today we are moving on to our next module, which is protected areas. So under protected areas, in this session we will be seeing biosphere reserves, and later on we will see national parks, wildlife sanctuaries like tiger reserves, elephant reserves, and all those things. Okay. So with regard to protected areas, whenever you start studying protected areas, certain things you should keep in mind, or you should give your focus to certain important things. Like most often when questions are framed from this particular area, protected areas, which is very very important from environment perspective, because every year questions will be asked, 2 or 3 questions will be asked from this particular topic of protected areas. Last year was this 2020 also, there were questions from protected areas. So what direct questions were asked. So you should be familiar with all the protected area networks, like the important one or the ones which actually keep on coming in news for several times. All those protected areas you should keep in mind. Okay. So while learning protected areas, the things that you should mainly stress, you should give stress is about, first is the location. Okay, where is this particular protected area, be it biosphere reserve or national park or wildlife sanctuaries, where it is located is very very important. Like, which state does it belong to? Many times UPSC have asked this particular direct question of giving you one national park or giving you some protected area and asking you where or to which state this particular protected area belongs to. So such questions are very direct. So most often such protected areas will be appearing in news. Okay. So that particular protected area they will take to frame the questions. So with regard to protected areas, the first thing that you should keep in mind is about their location, like where it is situated, the state. Okay. In particular, if possible, try to locate the districts. Okay, this in 2020 also, with regard to one particular national park, the districts were asked. Okay, so there are chances that UPSC can frame such questions in the coming years as well. So keep in mind about the districts, that particular location. Okay, not only the state, to which districts does that particular protected area extend. So state, that is the location, state, and in particular the districts is a main area that you should focus. Next, you have to give importance to the important species or the major species found in that particular protected area. There will be certain important or major species, or some will be critically endangered. So such species will be found in the protected area. So keep a eye upon those key species which are found in the protected area, whether it can be flora, it can be fauna. So keep an eye upon that particular aspect as well. The next is rivers flowing, as well as various hills and all which are in proximity to the protected area. There mainly you have to keep focus upon the rivers. Okay, on which river bank that particular protected area is being situated, or which all are the rivers or the major rivers flowing through that particular protected area is very very important. Okay, questions are regularly asked. It is being regularly asked from this particular area, like on which river banks does this particular protected area stay. So that is also very important. Now with regard to biosphere reserve, we are now dealing biosphere reserve. So with regard to biosphere reserve, you have to keep in mind, like there are 18 biosphere reserves in our country, and among them 12 have been included in the world network of biosphere reserves. So you should be updated with all, which all are the biosphere reserves that have been entering into the world network of biosphere reserves. So you have to locate them, or you have to know them, which all are there in the world network of biosphere reserves among the 18 which is present in our country. Now, there are many important communities or inhabitants or local people who are residing in the near proximity of this particular biosphere reserve. So you have to keep in mind, which all are the local communities or people who are associated with these protected area networks as well. That is very, very important. This year also such a question was asked. Again, neighboring protected areas are very, very important. With regard to, while you study one particular protected area, just look which all protected areas are around that particular one. Okay, so that you can connect them and study. Okay, so that is very, very important. The nearby protected areas, you should also keep an eye upon the nearby protected areas and the legislations. Okay, who actually declares the protected area networks, and under which act or under which legislation it is being declared. All those things is very, very important. So while learning, just keep these things in mind and give importance or utmost care to all these things first. Okay, then read further. So today we are going to see about biosphere reserves. So with regard to biosphere reserves, you have to keep in mind that biosphere reserve was actually initiated under the Man and Biosphere Program of UNESCO, which was initiated in 1971. Okay, there was a program which was initiated by UNESCO in 1971, that is known as the Man and Biosphere Program. So under this Man and Biosphere Program is what actually the concept of biosphere reserves originated. Okay, so with regard to the Man and Biosphere Program, yes, under this particular Man and Biosphere Program, the concept of biosphere reserves got originated. And the purpose of formation of Biosphere Reserve was to conserve in situ. In situ means in that habitat itself we are saving the, or we are conserving the species. So Biosphere Reserve is aiming for in situ conservation of the all forms of life or all forms of life in that particular habitat along with its support system in totality. In totality in the sense, we are not only looking upon the animals or the flora and fauna there, but we are also taking into consideration the local community. Okay, that is the speciality of biosphere reserves, or in another sense we can say that it is actually promoting sustainable development. Okay, biosphere reserve, it is promoting sustainable development which is based on local community efforts and sound science. That is, it is an integrated approach. It is an integrated approach where the local community efforts as well as scientific and other research programs are carried out in order to conserve the nature, or in order to promote sustainable development of nature along with the communities inhabiting there. Okay. So it is internationally recognized. We have seen that this particular concept actually originated from UNESCO's Man and Biosphere Program. So since it is originated from MAP or Man and Biosphere Program by UNESCO, what happens is that it is internationally, we can say that it is internationally recognized or designated within the framework of UNESCO's Man and Biosphere Program. So we can say biosphere reserves are thus special environments or entities where people and the nature, okay, we can say that it is working for both people as well as nature, and there are examples which shows us that how human beings and nature can coexist respecting each other's needs and requirements. Okay, in biosphere reserve we are seeing both the nature and the humans, they are coexisting each other for sustainable development and thereby respecting each other's needs and requirements. So it is like an integrated approach. Okay, that is the speciality of biosphere reserves. Here what happens is that along with the species, along with the species or along with biodiversity conservation, we are taking together traditional human life as well, right? So as I told earlier, each biosphere reserve actually represents the human life or traditional life or people or local community living there as an integral part of the biosphere reserve. So it is nominated by national governments or state governments, and they remain under the sovereign control or sovereign administration or jurisdiction of the states or the union territories concerned. Okay. Their status is internationally recognized or internationally recognized under Man and Biosphere Program of UNESCO. And the local management, okay, once they have been designated or once they have been declared, the local management of this particular biosphere reserve will be under the jurisdiction of the states concerned or the union territories concerned. So that responsibility of managing the biosphere reserve goes to whom? The state or the union territory is concerned.